Good morning, guys. Welcome to your Tuesday morning market brief. Well, US markets were a little bit higher on Monday, only about 0.75%. S&P up 0.71, NASDAQ up 0.76%. Oil is trading at $85 a barrel, and the 10-year Treasury yield is staying pretty steady at the moment, around 2 and 3.5%. And of course, the US Fed has got its two-day meeting this week that it's going to on Thursday morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Early in the hours of Thursday morning, we'll get to know whether the Fed has raised rates by 1% or 0.75%. But of course, traders really still concerned about inflation, concerned about rising interest rates and how that's going to impact company earnings. And I note today that Ford has come out and said that they're going to have $1 billion in additional costs. So it'll be interesting to see how Ford trades over the next 3 to 6 months. But certainly with the F-150, the new Lightning F-150 coming out onto the market, it's going to help Ford's revenue and earnings over the course of the next 12 to 18 months. It's still doing very well in the face of what has been a really challenging year. So that's where we are right now. All eyes are on the US Fed on Thursday. And of course, Asian markets likely kick off the day probably a little bit higher given the stronger lead from Wall Street. But really, guys, no major news. So it was a cash cow day. It's nice to be back in Australia. I'll see you tomorrow.